Alright guys, so in this video I'm going to show you how to use the ping mode in Scrapebox. Basically what it does is it'll send fake referrer traffic to whatever URL you want. So with sites like Ezone Articles and Squidoo, these sort of sites sort of rank you based on how many views your things had, which is really good because you can send fake traffic to it. I will say that this is definitely against the terms of service of Ezone Articles, and if they catch you doing this they will delete your account. But so you got to be careful when you do it. You got to always make sure you use proxies. But it can be very effective. So I'm going to show you how to do it today. Okay, so over it is on articles. I'm just going to choose an article. Okay, so this is just an article about a restaurant. And if you go down to the bottom, you see the view count. It's been viewed 21 times. So if I refresh this, you'll notice that the view count doesn't change, and the reason for that is because of my IP address has already viewed it. If you are on the same IP address, you can't just keep pressing refresh in order to boost the. However, if a bunch of different IP addresses keep viewing the article, that will boost the views. So that's what we're going to do with this. So I'm going to take the URL of this and go back to Scrapebox. We've got two boxes over here. This is the websites section. So what you need to put in here is just the sites that are going to be, pretending to send the traffic. So I usually just put search engines in here because search engines usually send a lot of traffic, so that's not going to look weird if they are. So I normally just have a bunch of search engines in there. And this bottom one is what we want. This is the site that we are going to send traffic to. So in this instance, it's the article that we found. So I'm going to save that. You can have as many articles in here as you like, as many URLs as you want. But I'm just going to use one for this video. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is make sure you've got proxies set up. For this, I'm going to use my paid proxies. But generally, you should probably, if you're going to do this regularly, you should always use free proxy. And you should always try and scrape new ones every time you do it. So you're not using the same sources constantly, so it won't look fishy at all. Okay, so once you've got your proxy set up, you need to click on ping mode down here, and in here you need to choose how many times you want to ping. So again, if we open up whatever number you've got in here, so I'm going to put 10 for now. It'll ping 10 times by the amount of URLs you have in here. So in this instance it'll be 40. If you just had Google, it'd just be 10. So this is going to ping 40 times, 10 at each of these sites. Now the other option you have is the delay feature. Over here it says off for the moment, but you can also delay how often it happens. Now you're given the option to choose a certain amount of seconds to go between each one. I would advise against using any of these seconds because the problem is if you get into a pattern that it's constantly doing every 5 seconds, that they might be able to trace that. They probably can't, but I'm pretty paranoid about it. So the best option is just to select random. This will randomly make one of the pings every time, just at random, between 1 and 10 seconds between each one. But to make the video short, I'm just going to turn it off, and I'm just going to start it now. So press start ping, and you'll see down here. So now it's gone through now, it's got 36 of 40 done, they've all been successful. There you go, 2 failed out of 40, so that's pretty good. So now what I'm going to do is go back over to the article. So before it had 21 views, now we're going to refresh it. And we're going to scroll down and see it's had 27 views. Now that'll go up even further, but it's really simple, and the more you do it and the more different IP addresses you have, the more you can do it. Generally speaking, I'll try and do anywhere between 5 and 10 pings per IP address I have per proxy. So you've just got to play around with it and play around with the delay settings as well, and just just have a play around with it and see how it works best for you. You can also add as many URLs as you like in here. So you can just get a list of all your Ezone article URLs, all your Squidoo accounts, everything you want to send fake traffic to, and load them up in here. Okay, so that's pretty much what the ping feature does. It's very simple, but it's also black hat, and it can get your account banned, so be careful with it. So that pretty much concludes this video.